Has anyone ever told you, you can do anything that you put your mind to? For most, if they heard these words, it was when they were young. These words came from family or trusted adults, as they believed you were a gifted kid. Those words are meant to be uplifting and motivate you to keep doing your best. When you're doing great, you believe those words and you feel great about yourself. The sky is truly the limit for these gifted kids. It sounds amazing, doesn't it? It's all sunshine and rainbows until these gifted kids run into their first failure. The vast and endless sky becomes cloudy, not allowing any light or success to shine down. These gifted kids go back to those words. You can do anything that you put your mind to. The words that used to provide happiness and satisfaction now provide dread and anxiety, reminding you of how good you used to be and how the current you is washed and useless. No one is talking about how amazing you are. Either they've forgotten or it feels like you're a disappointment to them. You were your family's pride and joy, and now they're looking at you, wondering what happened to you, trying to figure out what went wrong and how to fix you. Early childhood success becomes a curse that hangs over gifted kids. Some may think that these gifted kids are too weak and they just need to work harder. And not only is that insensitive, it's just not good advice. For example, you could be one of the best basketball players in your community or school, working hard every day to improve your game, and you can still get cut from the high school basketball team. If the coach doesn't want you on the team for whatever reason, no matter how much you put your mind to it, no matter how much you break your body every day to get past your limits, there is nothing you can do to make that happen. I know this because I was and still am that kid. It's something I still struggle with to this day as a young adult. Struggling with early childhood success doesn't get talked about enough at all, to the point that it feels like you're all alone with no way out. But seeing a certain anime character who was haunted by their early childhood success and working to overcome it made me feel like I wasn't the only person who struggles with this. That being my favorite character in Hoshinoko, Kana Arima. Kana grew up as a famous child actor. She was always the center of attention, getting a lot of important roles and having a lot of fans, which led to her developing a massive ego. She takes her work very seriously and gives it her very best, which I actually admire a lot. However, Kana took her work so seriously that it was hard for others to get along with her, and she built a reputation for being very self-centered and not a team player. Slowly but surely, the job offers became few and far between, even though Kana had been working tirelessly to improve her acting skills. Less people started coming to her events, her agency told her to take a hike, and worst of all, Kana's mom, who lived through Kana's early success as a child and was constantly praising her, left Kana all alone and went back home once her fame and success started to dip. That's a lot to go through for an adult, much less a child. Dealing with this damaged Kana's self-esteem greatly. No longer did she see herself as a talented actress who could do it all, but a washed-up, forgotten child actor. I know that the story plays up Kana's low self-esteem as a running gag, given any time a character is surprised to see Kana still acting after years away from the main spotlight. But for me, it was the complete opposite. It actually hurt to see, as I knew her pain all too well. As a kid, I loved basketball. I would practice it all the time and be outside playing with my friends. I even brought my own basketball to school so I could use it during recess. I didn't just play basketball casually though. I played for my middle school basketball team. I would go to different states to play in AAU circuits, and I was also invited to play on my high school summer league team in 8th grade. Despite all of this, I was cut from my high school basketball team in 9th grade, but that was deserved, as I took it easy that year. I let my ego get the best of me. After getting cut in 9th grade, I made it my mission to make the team in 10th grade. That summer, every single day, I was outside working hard, doing drills, playing pickup games for hours to improve my game. It paid off as I improved a lot, and when I went to my 10th grade tryout, I did very well at the tryout, but I still got cut. The day I was cut, it was as if someone had shot a bullet through my heart. My love for the game died that day. I started isolating myself from people at school and even my own family, so I wouldn't be constantly reminded of people's high expectations of me being a great basketball player how I failed my coaches who believed in me, but most importantly, I failed myself. Seeing Kana go through having her heart broken multiple times and still continue to work hard to achieve her dreams moved me greatly. Instead of shutting down and running away from her problems like I did, she faced them head on and continued to do her best. But that doesn't mean she was invincible and came out unscathed. Kana has her own personal demons and those dark thoughts at the back of her mind. She feels a constant pressure to perform at a high level because everyone set that bar for her as a child. Combine this with her love and passion for acting, and she set the bar even higher for herself. The thought of failure is terrifying for Kana, potentially even more than the thought of dying. You can see this on full display right before her first concert as an idol. Everything went wrong for Kana when she first failed. She lost her fame, her self-esteem, she almost lost her career, and she lost her mom. She let everyone down, her fans, her agency, her family, and most importantly, she let the genius child actress Kana Arima down. No one was there to support her through her failures. The showbiz world paints success in a very destructive way. Showing people constantly fail and not be good is not going to get you clicks, views, and fame. They never focus on the failures and blood, sweat, and tears that their stars go through. They focus on making their stars look as flawless, attractive, and as close to perfect as possible. It sets extremely unrealistic expectations, not only those in the showbiz industry, but the audience as well. Because failing is not only okay, it's normal. No matter what you do, at some point or another, you will run into failure. It is inevitable. It's heartbreaking that children and teenagers like Kana are never given the option to fail. Failure either prevents them from trying anything that is challenging or isolating themselves to avoid feeling shame. On top of this, parents or other adults get on them for being lazy or not trying hard enough. When a kid, especially a gifted child, is suffering through failure for the first time, the last thing that they need is people to push them down. They need love and support. To tell them that it's okay to fail and that they will always have someone who will be there on their worst days. So when Kana was racked with her insecurities and self-doubt right before her first idol concert, Ruby told her that it's okay to fail and that she's a rookie. Even if it was just for that day, Kana was freed from the mental shackles that had been holding her back. Kana Arima could give it her all and live with the results, good or bad. Kana is easily one of the most human characters I've seen in all of anime. Even though she was able to break away from her childhood trauma for a moment at her first concert, unlike other anime characters whose pain and trauma seemingly disappear overnight or in one arc, Kana's trauma still isn't fully resolved. Just like with normal human beings, it's a long journey. It takes a lot of time and healing before one is able to come to terms with it and move on. I hope by the end of Hoshinako, Kana will be able to forgive the younger version of herself, knowing that she tried her very best to reach for the stars and that her journey did not start and end as a child actress. Kana Arima is not a washed-up gifted child, but a kind, hard-working girl that will give you her heart and very best no matter what. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day.